What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000, I'm back in the place to be, and welcome to Digimon ReArise, a brand new officially licensed Digimon game brought to you by Bandai Namco. This game just came out yesterday, so if you do want to download the title, I will have the links in the description below. So let's go ahead and get started and see if we can't answer the question, does Bandai get it right this time after the debacle that was Digimon Links? Let's start this bad boy off with a Digimon that you can collect, because clearly that is the point of a Digimon game, ladies and gentlemen. So here is what I have thus far. I haven't done any summoning. I'm actually going to start off with some of the lower tier ones here. Is this a good place to look at them? Yeah, that's good enough. So I'm not a Digimon fan. I don't know anything about Digimon, so clearly if you love Digimon, you don't even need my stamp of approval. Like, you already gave the game the stamp of approval. You're already playing, you're already in the guild, you're in the top ranks already in the game. But for everyone else that's like me, that doesn't really have any nostalgia for these Digimon, does this game do anything to grab you? Are you going to be excited to collect these little guys? So I gotta be honest, the very first hour I was playing this game, I wasn't too excited about using little guys like this, I gotta admit. And you know what I always say, hero collector is only as fun as the heroes that you can collect, and FG was not having fun. Even I know this is like a crowd favorite Digimon, I was just like, eh. You know, part of this is a lot of nostalgia, right? Part of this is a lot of fan service, but if you are not a fan of Digimon, let me just tell you something. After about the first hour of gameplay, I got it. Everything just started to fall into place. Now, unlike Digimon Links took way too long for you to start evolving your own Digimon, or Digivolving, excuse me, let me get my terminology correct. But in this game, within the first hour, you already begin the Digivolve process. And these I gotta say, I'm a Pokemon person. I never really even looked at Digimon. I gotta say, I like Digimon quite a bit. I might even like it slightly. Never mind, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that. The biggest thing I like about these Digimon once they start Digivolving is the fact that they actually look like serious, like, creatures. Like, they lose, like, that cuteness, and they actually become, like, real deal. Like, look at this. So as soon as you start Digivolving, even if you're not a fan of Digimon, I do think that you're gonna find a lot to like about these characters, because like I said, they really dramatic. I wonder why you can't look at them right here. I can't even show you what they looked like before. But as soon as you start Digivolving, you start getting it. You understand why this is such a popular franchise. This is one of the most iconic IPs in history, and it's for good reason. Like, look at this. This looks like an actual dragon. It looks serious. I like that. That's good. No cutesiness. Digimon, you get my stamp of approval. Let's go ahead and jump in to combat, ladies and gentlemen. Let's use the home button, FG. Good idea. Glad you suggested it. The other day, the loading times were a little long due to like lag issues, but now they're kind of snappy. So here is your main quest screen right here. You have your main campaign story right here. You have your tried and true daily resource grinds. You have Clash Battle, which I think I'm actually going to show you combat via Clash Battle. You have Battle Park, which is coming soon. I'm going to assume that this is PvP. And then Underworld looks like another type of resource grind, but I have to be on Act 7 in order to unlock that. And then currently, as you guys can see, as far as the campaign stages, I'm right over here on Act 6. So, pretty straightforward. You're gonna go from stage to stage to stage, 3-star in each one. There's story, there's a little bit of voice acting as well, first time rewards when it comes to rubies, etc, etc. 5 stamina to do this. As you guys can see, I have 36 stamina total. So this is gonna be one of those games where you're gonna go in and drain stamina quite quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Here's the squad that I am bringing into the fray. I can also bring a friendship unit as well. That way, if any of my Digimon die in combat, they immediately jump in and take the place. Lots of these stages here, pretty much all of them, don't have a requirement where all your Digimon have to live. It's usually get through the stage and like do a certain type of attack or bring a certain type of Digimon, which I kind of like. So here are my Digimon right over here. Now, like I said, when I first started playing the game, they were all little pint-sized and cute and chibi, and I wasn't having it. As soon as you start evolving, they like literally take up a large majority of the screen, and then it starts getting hype. If you want to kind of compare this game to Digimon Links, because I think that's an appropriate thing to do, because Bandai made Digimon Links, if this game doesn't turn out super well, it's gonna have the same fate. So let's talk about that for a second. Compared to Digimon Links, the backgrounds are 10,000 times better. The backgrounds in Digimon Links were very boring, they were very samey. This time around, you actually have a little bit of diversity in your background, so shout out to them on that one. The Digimon themselves are pretty, I would say they're pretty similar to Digimon Links. They're kind of the same. I still do prefer the overall aesthetics in this game versus Digimon Links. So once again, Somebody learned something over there at Bandai. They took what they failed on Digimon Links and they didn't repeat a lot of those same issues. So good on them. As you guys can see, each Digimon has a basic ability as well as like a little side ability right over here. You have a standby. This is the friendship unit that'll jump in. You can also build up this ultimate meter over time. Your ultimate meter is tied to your favorite Digimon. You can pick like one favorite Digimon so basically he will always be my special attack as long as he's my favorite Digimon, which is kind of interesting. It gives you a little bit more build diversity here. So you can kind of maybe pick one of these that has a good single target or a good effect or a good AoE, and then really kind of round out your team. So for all intents and purposes, you basically have 6 party members, 7 if you count your standby unit right here. Look at this. This guy's a freaking Digimon tank with Gatling guns on the side. I respect it. I respect it. That's pretty cool. So overall, I like the Digimon. As soon as I start Digivolving, I do like the Digimon, and I can't wait to see what their final forms are. I like the backgrounds. The combat itself, this is gonna be one of those types of games where this game does not have sweep tickets. It doesn't have auto repeat. So a lot of your gameplay in this game is going to be farming very specific stages, and we're about to show you the clash battle right here. It's going to be revolving around farming specific stages in order for you to get gear to upgrade your Digimon. So I don't really think, at least right now, you're not going to be doing a lot of manual gameplay in this game. You're really, the big strategy behind this game is going to be very similar to games like Raid Shadow Legends and Summoner's War. You're going to be trying to devise the best farming team that you possibly can, your best AoE farmers, your best a team that can kind of do bosses and heal themselves and get rid of status effects. That's going to be the strategy, ladies and gentlemen. Trying to make sure that you have the best farming team to go through these stages, get the gear that you need to upgrade your Digimon, and then as soon as we're done with this clash battle, I will show you kind of the upgrade process, the quality of life that goes into that as well. So this is, outside of the campaign mode, this is kind of your main source of gameplay here in Digimon ReArise at the moment. Once you're out of stamina, you can basically do this an unlimited amount of times. And basically the way this works is extremely similar to Dimensional Rifts in Future Fight or Ragna Breaks in Destiny Child. So as you are doing your campaign, as you're burning stamina, at an RNG interval, you will have the ability to spawn one of these encounters. You can beat up on the encounter. If you can't beat it, you can then call on your friends, maybe even your guild. I haven't joined a guild yet, and they can help you complete this encounter. Once you guys down this boss, you get a bunch of goodies, rinse and repitan. So that's kind of how that works. This boss is all about stunning. So luckily I have this little Ninetales looking Digimon right over here who can heal and remove stun. I like that. I do like fighting like bosses like this that have kind of a gimmick. And as long as you have the properly leveled Digimon, you can kind of do really good in these encounters. So can't wait to see how they diversify this in the future. But right now it's all about defense up on your squad and being able to heal and get rid of stuns. That's kind of like what you need to bring in this encounter, which is, once again, you know how I love this kind of stuff, it forces you to diversify your roster. And luckily for this game, diversifying your roster is not this really grueling process. A lot of hero collectors make that mistake where they make it so you have to invest way too much in a single character, and it's really hard for you to adapt to different challenges. It looks as, and I'm still in the honeymoon phase, I'm still only a day into the game, but it looks like you will have the ability to kind of switch your strategy more fluidly. There you go, FG, nice word, thank you, man, appreciate that. More fluidly than most games where you're kind of like dead set in one team. So I definitely appreciate that. That's the whole point of Digimon, having lots of Digimon that you can evolve, use, play with, etc., etc. Not bad so far, not bad. So our special is about to come up. I have it set. You can go in there and select an option where the game will automatically do your special attack, as you guys saw there. Was not able to defeat him, so he has withdrawn, and then I can hit support request, and then people will see that encounter, and then they can help me defeat it. Once it's defeated, we get the goodies. Very nice. So I like this. I very much like this compared to, and here's a few that I've already ended, so I can get my goodies there. Here are all the different upgrade materials, which we'll talk about here in a second. Same thing here. Thank you very much. And all of these have like kind of like a different elemental type. So if you take a look, this one's water, or this one drops water, excuse me, drops wind, drops water, drops plant. So you can join specific ones if you're looking for specific upgrade materials as well. So I like this considerably more than Digimon Lynx's version of a co-op. Like, this is what I call like a passive co-op system. You're not actively playing with people, but you're playing with people. Digimon Lynx had a system where it was just a train wreck. If you guys have ever played Ninja Voltage, it was the same exact multiplayer as that. You would see a bunch of rooms that people open, and you would spend 30 minutes trying to spam your way to inside rooms before they got full. So it's like, ooh, a room that I need, room full. Ooh, a room I need, room full. Ooh, a room. And it was just like the most annoying thing ever. I hate those type of matchmaking systems. Thankfully, the game does not have that. However, it's not all gumdrops and rainbows over here in the world of Digimon Link or ReArise, whatever this name was called. You know what I'm talking about. It does look like the game doesn't have a lot of variety when it comes to content. It's really the main story, the class battles that you'll kind of do constantly throughout the day, PvP when it finally comes, and then 2 resource grinds. And that's really about it. But do keep in mind, I haven't joined a guild just yet. So maybe there are some additional types of gameplay here in the world of a Digi Guild. Oh, look at this. Can I join my own guild? Can I join my own guild? Can I do that? Freaking A. Freaking waifu crew. I'm not even in the waifu crew. Let me in. How do I get in here? Oh, I already sent a request. Let me in. But I'll find out what other type of gameplay exists for guilds. I'm not exactly sure just yet. So let's talk about caring for your Digimon. So as you guys can see, I have this little home base here where all my Digimon are kind of hanging out. I can click on one of them, and this is where they really nailed it. I felt like on Digimon Lynx, they made the whole process of digivolving just super grueling and annoying. In this game, it's front and center. So not only can you, and it's kind of wonky, I tried to do it today, you can tie your Digimon to your step counter on your phone, which helps you kind of build relationships with them. It's a little bit wonky because you have to keep the game open. I wish there was a better way to do it. Maybe like a separate app or something, I don't know. But that's that. You can also feed them as well. So take a look at this. Here's one of my main characters right here. I can feed him his favorite tomato. That builds up his mood. The higher your mood, if you go and do it stage, the better your drop rate. So if you think about how luck works in a lot of hero collectors, your higher your luck, the higher your drop rate. Same exact thing here. The higher the mood of the Digimon that you use in combat, the better the drop rate. So it kind of behooves you. Another nice word, FG. Nice job. Word bingo. Smack it down. It behooves you to keep your Digimon that you're using in combat in a good mood. That way you get the best drops and you min-max the stamina that you have. So very nice. Also, sometimes making sure that your Digimon are in good moods is also a prerequisite before they can actually digivolve and stuff of that nature. Also, every now and then you'll have some Digimon that kind of hang out in your little base here. You can greet them for your friends, which is very nice. And then it's still not over, ladies and gentlemen. You also have these, like, I don't know what these are called. You guys are gonna rip me in half on this one, but these are like what Digimon look like before they become a thing. So you can also have a couple spots here. They start like as an egg and they move on to this and they continue to evolve. You guys know what I'm talking about. Actually, let's do it for the sake of the YouTube. Once the bond is maxed out, are you not gonna max out bond anymore? Come on, I'm wasting stuff. Once the bond of these little guys max out, you can then basically digivolve them to the next level here. So this one's gonna turn into Toy Agumon right over here once his bond reaches 20. So that's kind of how that works, but a little bit more time has to go by. It'll tell you exactly what's required before it moves on. So that is how the Pokemon, that's how the Digimon care is basically done here in the world of Digimon ReArise. I keep forgetting the name. As far as leveling up your characters is very easy. Here's another beef though. So many games have been doing this lately. I don't get it. I don't understand it at all. I don't understand why we have to have multiple screens to level up one Digimon. So you have a specific screen here in order to give them EXP bits to level them up. All right, whatever. There you go. Now he's nice and upgraded. You have a separate screen for workouts. I don't know why this can't just be one big screen for all my Digimon to do all their things, but this is very similar to what you've seen in other games. You basically find these drops inside campaign stages or daily resource grinds. Once you find the specific gear, you put it onto your Digimon right there. You'll see that the icon changed to a little paw here. Once you get these all done, they basically awaken to the next level. So that's how you increase their maximum level. And that's pretty straightforward. If you're looking for this jump rope to get this specific workout chip, as you guys can see, I need 8 of these. Click on this. Once again, there is no such thing as auto repeats. There's no sweep tickets in this game. So basically, you will run this stage multiple times until you get those 10. So this is another instance where you want to make sure that your Digimon are in the best moods. That way you get the most drops so you can kind of keep it moving. You can also do these daily resource grinds, and if they're not open at the moment, you can also unlock them with a key, which is going to give you a lot higher drop rate for these things versus just regular campaign stages. But you do need to have the key if that stage is not available that day. Nice quality of life, letting you know which characters actually have upgrades here. They'll say ready. Pretty straightforward. He has a full set here, so let's actually just do this for the YouTube. So once I have a full set of all of his treadmill, this is like a boxing thing, I don't know, some jump ropes, a kettlebell, all kinds of stuff. Here he goes. Then I awaken him, and now, as you guys can see, he can move on to level 20. But what about Digivolving, FG? Good question. I'm glad you asked. That's next. Digivolve. So I actually have one ready to go. This is the character that you get when you first begin the game. What else do you need? Oh, come on, man. Oh, man, wait a minute. I just used some. Ay, Dios mío. I was going to Digivolve right here. Ruined! Oh, well, you guys know what this guy looks like. Fine. But basically, when you want to Digivolve, you need to have a certain amount of bits, and you also need to have these types of drops here that you can get from Clash, and these also drop from Clash as well. So this is going to be the way that you continue to make your Digimon even more powerful and evolve them even further. There you go. Skill upgrades are pretty straightforward. As you get duplicate Digimons out of the gacha, you can combine them together in order to boost their skill level. So that is that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That is pretty much Digimon ReArise in a nutshell. I was gonna say like an egg or something, but I thought that would have been corny. But I'm already kind of saying it anyway, so I should have just committed. But that is that. We're not going to really go through any of this. This is the Digimon that you can select to be in your town, your set team here. Here is the partner, your main partner, which dictates your special attack. Of course, you have a Digidex, Digimon lease, and then of course you can say goodbye to your Digimon if you do not want them. Also, in addition to just getting them levels, getting them raw levels, and getting them those little workout equipments, there are also plugins as well. Plugins function as kind of like an equipment, which kind of helps you diversify your roster here a little bit, or your abilities. So as you guys can see, I have a few slots here. Let's say I want to increase like my raw power on this Digimon. I can by equipping these plugins into him, which once again, I can use that to make my strengths even more strong, or I can kind of offset my weaknesses using these plugins. There you go. Very nice. And as you guys can see, I can go, all right, you know what? I want to give him a little bit of defense there. And then how about power and speed there? So there you go. Obviously, I'm just kind of throwing things willy-nilly. Once we play the game a little bit longer, we'll kind of understand what the best kind of plugins are for each characters here. You can upgrade your plugins by feeding in fodder plugins. You can also evolve your plugins and sell plugins. And you can also, last but certainly not least, ladies and gentlemen, you can summon for plugins in addition to Digimon. So all games that do like an equipment gacha, they're not a glamorous banner. Like, this is not glamorous. Summoning on a banner where you can get plugins or equipment or worm prints. Like, no game, and FG means no game, has ever made summoning on a non-character banner glamorous or sexy or anything. Like, it's just not fun. You know you need it for like power purposes, like to get even more powerful. You probably want to summon on one of these bad boys every now and then, but they're just not fun to summon on. Like, they're just not. If it were me, I don't know. I hate it. I know I should probably do it every now and then, but summoning characters is fun. Summoning for like plugins and equipment is just not fun. But at least they're not in the Digimon banner. You know what I mean? So at least you don't have to worry about getting those plugins when all you really want are some Digimon. Here is a look at the summoning screen here for social points. Exactly what you might expect. As people use your Digimon, you build up points over time. And look at that, a bunch of plugins there. Very nice. And I got a rare one. Also, guess what? Very nice. So let's finish this off, ladies and gentlemen. There is only one Digimon banner in the game at the moment. It's a step-up banner, as you guys can see. If you want to get, what is this guy's name? War Greymon or something like that? War Greymon, there you go, got it. The first step, super cheap, only 50. You absolutely want to do that. So let's go ahead and run through here. Is the summoning any different than the friendship one? There's a rainbow pool of some sort. It is this thing. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm not super excited when I see them in their their lower tier forms, but they do look really cool once you get Digivolving. Hey, cool. I'm happy about that. Tankmon. That's an easy name to remember. I got it. That's the guy I was literally just looking at. That looked like something else. Sukamon. All right. So I guess that was the first step. It was only 3 in that one, I guess. Loading times are getting there again. War Greymon Brave Skill Stone. Okay, thank you. Let's go on to the next step. And these already started off at level 20, which was very nice. So that first one was a 3-time summon for 50. This is a 4-time summon for 70. So let's keep it moving. All of the currency I have right now is just free in-game currency that I got just by playing the game, ladies and gentlemen. No rainbow this time around. Maybe they'll crit again, though? Are they gonna crit? I like how they kind of tease you with other ones. Palmon. Got it. I'm gonna memorize all these names. And this is like Phoenixmon. I just made that up. Birdramon. All right, got it. I already got a copy of this, so I can use this Armadillomon to increase my skill points, which is nice. And then, okay, looks creepy as well. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of how they look in their low tier forms, but that's the point. That is the point. They're supposed to look cooler as they become more and more evolved. So I just got a key there to unlock the bit stages, which is where you get EXP juice, which is very nice. I might actually run that right now, actually. All right, any rainbows in this one? All blue. I got a goblin. His actual name is Goblimon. Let's speed this up just a tad. We got Gatsumon. Hey, I've seen you before. Gabumon. There was a panda there. I got another copy of this guy, Frigimon. And I got another copy of my boy here, Draymon Green. Very nice. Let's keep it moving. Before, the load times were really bad. I'm glad it was not because the game was coded poorly. It was just because the game was just overloaded with people. Very happy about that. Summon streak, 5 out of 5. Here we go. Come on! Got another copy of this guy, Vmon. There's some humanoid looking characters as well. Impmon. Hey, that's the rainbow. Hey, cool. So this is the one, Cubimon. That's awesome. Perfect name for him. This is the one I'm using in the clash rates right now because he can get rid of stuns as well as heal. So that's pretty good. Super rare featured Greymon. Oh yeah, Greymon. So I guess he transforms into War Greymon as well. Got another copy of this little fisty dude. Got another boy Tankmon in the house. New favorite Digimon so far. That looks creepy. Okay, and then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, it is another copy of this guy, Gabumon. And I think I'm out of gems, so I can't do the next step, I believe. But probably, I think there's probably enough free currency in the game in order to do all of this for free. It looks like there's probably enough currency here to do this all for free. Because I already have 85 right here. I'm not even close to defeating the entire campaign, so I bet you there's more. And if you do it one more time here, I'll get another one of those War Greymon or Greymons or whatever. So there you go. Very, very nice. You got 21 days. Yeah, there's plenty of time. Plenty of time for that one. So that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, overall thoughts here on Digimon ReArise. Much better title than Digimon Links. Little light on the overall content. We'll see what type of events we have. We'll see what PvP brings to the game. And I'm pretty sure they're probably still going to be working on like a true co-op, like an active co-op. I just feel like that just has to happen. Maybe it's already in guild and I just don't know it because somebody ain't lit me in my own guild. I tell ya. Freaking A. I see that extra spot, buddy. What I'm gonna do right now, and this is how I'm gonna kind of end my day, or not end my day, but end all my stamina here that I have left over, is by running these little bit courses, because I need some bits, man. I need some bits to level up some people. And I think I'm actually gonna end the video on that note once I grab it. Love the fact that the backgrounds are actually interesting here in this game. In Digimon Links, it was all grid based. It was like all this grid stuff, which I get that's kind of thematic for the series, but it could still have been done more uniquely, and they actually got it done this time. So shout out to whatever team over at Bandai Namco pulled this one off. So far, so decent. I mean, still Bandai Namco, so I'm still kind of looking at them a little sideways. We'll see what happens. Is that enough? See, here's the mood bonus right over here. So I think that's actually enough. So now we will finish this video off. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, once again, my name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Here he is. Here is the tutorial Digimon, and this is what it looks like to digivolve one of your Digimon. And the first time I saw this, I was a little hyped. I can't lie, because they look infinitely better. Looks infinitely better. Film on. There you go. My name is FG3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Later.